Welcome to this week's episode of the Angrygeeks. I'm Lewis Perry. That's the spawn of Satan, Jamie Dolan, and the one and only DW stepping in once again. Yes, the spawn of Satan. Why? Because constantly making fun of me, telling me how to talk. Today, I sent her a text message. Today, I sent her a text message, and I said, as we discussed. Now, the phone did that, and I don't know why. And she goes, why are you being so weird?
No, because it was so... professional.
I am a
you
professional.
You never do that to me. You're just like, hey, what's up? Can you do this?
Yeah.
And then he's all like, as per our last conversation. I'm like, what?
Ooh, that is professional.
Yeah.
I tried. I strive. I strive to be professional. I strive. I am.
Did you have your pants on when you made that email? Because maybe that's what it was.
I was driving. It was voice to text. And you know what?
Oh.
I did.
That's not professional. That's not safe either.
it's voice to text. I was fine. Because I did just get off the phone with my boss again after I left. Yeah. So yeah, look at this.
I talked to mine the whole ride home today, so I get it.
Yeah, because I wasn't on the phone with you.
After we were at work together all day, so.
Yeah, it happens. It really, really happens, and it sucks bad. But what are you going to do? Anyway, what's going on in the geek world this week, guys? Anything special for each one of you? Boy, TW, you look like really confused, like you're trying to think of something right now.
No, well, I'm under the weather today, so I've been up since 3:00 this morning, and I think I'm definitely sick. So.
Well, all three of us went through quite a bit this week.
Or just
no, it's a cold.
Yeah,
it's cold. Yeah, so I've been up since 3:00 this morning. Lewis and I get up about the same time, so. You know.
So does Jamie.
Yeah, I do too.
But I usually go to bed way later than all of you, so.
Yeah, I'm in bed by 7 o'clock. I am done.
No, I'm up until midnight 1, but. So geek news. So I got a couple things if we want to go right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
So with Phase 4 with Marvel, we kind of talked about this a couple episodes ago, but again, we're bringing up Keanu Reeves. Now it's been officially confirmed by Feige that Keanu's in the talks to do something within the Marvel universe. So some of the hints were that he might be an Eternal, might be some other character, but people have raised their voices, and they want the Moon Knight. And the co-creator of Moon Knight, or the actual creator, he wrote to comicbook.com, or wrote an article or they interviewed him, I should say, and he supports it as well. Yeah. So I think that'd be perfect. What do you guys think?
I think he would be perfect, because if they did put him as the Punisher, it would be too John Wickish, and they couldn't do that. You know,
they got Berthol. There's nobody any better than John Berthol.
Yeah, I know, but since the Netflix series got canceled, and you know,
that doesn't mean anything. Jessica Jones is going to get canceled after this season too. They're going to move. I feel, and this is an inside scoop, and this is no joke, no lie. I can't mention the name, but he's good friends with John Berthol. I might be able to see him in July, because he comes up to Saratoga, New York once a year. He used to go to Skidmore College. So one of our mutual friends, is a good friend of mine, has said that John says, don't worry, I won't be leaving the Marvel Universe forever. So something is going to happen. I think, with the cancellations with the Netflix, obviously that's a deal because of the streaming app and what's going on with the Disney thing. Will they bring them back? I would think they would want to do something, especially Daredevil is still the best running series they've had. I mean, it was groundbreaking for just the way they portrayed Daredevil in that first season.
Yep.
Crap, I can't remember the actor's name.
Charlie something, I thought.
Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
He was amazing in that. The fight choreography was awesome. It was like really down and dirty. Like it's like the real Marvel Knights comic book series. It's it's right on the street level. It's not cosmic. It's not, superheroes and Iron Man kind of thing. It's like just, low, gritty, street level fighting. And I thought that was really cool.
What I liked about the Punisher series. I mean, the way they ended season 2 was right out of the comics. Yep. The long black trench coat, just walking in because he called the gang guys, whipped out the guns. I loved it. It was, right. I'm glad he is a good Punisher, but some people were saying, Keanu for Punisher, but it would be John Wick.
Yeah. Definitely John Wick.
Done that a million times.
and every one is great. I mean, it's
Yeah.
they're not like thought-provoking movies. It's what I call a popcorn film. It's a great summer film, some action and whatnot.
Action and fun and explosions and
then
violence.
you do have to have the dog in there, because everybody's gonna have to tear up a little bit when the dog comes around. But
What
as
about
far-
Keanu as a villain, though? I mean, what about like Taskmaster?
One, you won't get that. You won't get a name like that because his face is covered, and
Well,
no actor's gonna have
Josh
face
Brolin
covered.
was.
That was no, but that was more CGI. That's different. I think wearing a mask, like, how many times in a comic book do you see Thor without his helmet on? He never wears the helmet in that movie, ever.
True.
And I think it's because it covers his face. I think they'd want to have him see his face.
You're
A
probably
lot of
right.
actors, with Taskmaster, probably my most favorite villain out of the Marvel universe is the Taskmaster. I think he's been not treated very well. He's always been treated as as like a D-lister villain, but his power is awesome.
Mhm.
And I don't know, he just gets treated like a joke. So I would love to see him at that, but not Keanu. I wouldn't want to see Keanu on that because like I said, I think he's with the mask being on, you're not going to see him. I think Moon Knight fits him best because he is kind of wiry. He's also he could play a schizophrenic. What do you want to say?
Schizophrenic.
Yeah, schizophrenic very well.
Ah!
All right, you got one.
Yes,
One.
you got one. You got one. I'm not feeling well today, so that's why.
Yeah, you can't don't be a bully today like you were last week.
I'm
Don't
not
pick on
being a bully.
man.
People are commenting. They're commenting on that show. No, you are not a bully. They're saying that I am not a bully.
They're just saying that to
You know
make
why?
you feel
Because bullies stand. You know why? Because bullies stand up with bullies. That's why.
Yes.
How can a guy with a Simba tattoo be a bully? My
Oh,
God.
you can.
Well,
You
no,
can.
I'm not. You know what? Let's go for a
How-
couple second break.
Okay.
We'll be
I
right
have
back. We're
another
going on break.
question. Welcome back. We are back with the bully.
Here we go.
So rudely cut DW off in the middle of his Keanu Reeves.
I needed some water.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm not a bully. I'm sorry. So
Even you've got my dogs arguing about it now.
I saw one of the dogs walking in the back. Okay, DW, finish the Keanu Reeves, please.
So I think Moon Knight would be a great choice, but again, I think it's not gonna happen because Moon Knight is gonna be.
1 second. That's staying on television. The people watching on
That's
television.
me yelling at my kid. I'm like,
This is
"Stop
why
it."
I call her the spawn of Satan. You see that? For those of you listening on the Earplug Podcast Network, you have just
You see
missed.
my look.
Yeah, the look of the goddess of death. She just gave someone off camera this weirdest look, and the people watching on TV, that's what we deal with on a weekend, daily basis.
That was me signaling to my kid to stop the dogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
DW, continue, please.
I thought it was Batman in the robe again. He was gonna make a cameo appearance.
No, it might happen again. You never know in my
No.
house.
Yeah, right. Like I was saying, Moon Knight would be more if they were going to do a streaming series again. Would be Disney. I think Moon Knight is not a big screen worthy character. So I really don't. As much as I'd love to see Keanu in that role, I don't think we're ever going to see a Marvel Knights or any street level characters hit the big screen. I think they are kind of purposely keeping them to the smaller movie screen, as you might put it. The only other choice would be he'd be some type of an Eternal. The rumors were possibly Adam Warlock. I don't know if I could see him as Adam Warlock because all I can think of, even though he's great in Matrix and John Wick, but for some reason I can't get that Breaking Point and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure of him just going, whoa. I just can't get that. I can't get that look out of him and his lack of, I don't know, seriousness maybe. So I don't know.
Do you think that's why 47 Ronin failed? I thought the movie was fantastic.
I think the movie was good.
It was good.
Well, listen, I mean, the man has put out a ton of great movies. You're gonna have. It's funny. The more movies you're gonna get, you're gonna have more chances of having a crappy one.
Yeah,
You know,
they're not
so
all gonna be.
they're not all gonna be stellar. I mean,
They're not all John Wick either.
Right. And after Matrix, I mean, nothing really grabbed me with him after that, So, and he reminds me like Johnny Depp. They don't, both of them are not Hollywood type people. They don't live in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They like to stay out of they do their movie, they do their PR, their press, and then they're gone. It's like poof. It's like Moon Knight. It's like Batman.
They live their life.
It just disappear and stay out of the limelight. And then all of a sudden you don't hear from him for 4 or 5 years, and then boom, he's back. You're like, whoa, okay. But I just thought it was
dollars.
Yeah, right.
That's
well,
what it came down to.
But I think it'll be great to see what they do with him. I think I'd rather see him as an Eternal, as a character that we're not so familiar with, because then you won't have to worry about putting a stereotype on him from his other roles and whatnot.
Yep.
Even though Adam Warlock, not a lot of people. I mean, we know who he is, but I think that would be too much. I couldn't see him as that.
All right, they definitely wouldn't cast him as Shang-Chi.
No. Well, that's a whole nother. Yeah, that's just. Well, the other rumor was he was going to be Doctor Doom. I cannot see him as Doctor Doom. He doesn't look threatening enough. Doom.
Well, see, that's why I said a villain. And my choice of villain for Keanu would have been the Taskmaster. That's why I brought it up.
I don't see him as a villainous being, though. No matter what role he's in, he's not a.
He's never played a villain.
No.
Well, that's what would throw people off too.
Right. That's funny. Now that you think of it, he's never played a villain. Mm-mm. But I think he'd play an awesome psycho. I think psycho. I think it would be great to play that. But I don't. Like I said, I don't think Moon Knight's ever going to come to the big screen. I think that's not even going to happen. I mean, right now they're relying on the cosmic and the mystical forces in Phase 4, so you're not really going to see anything from the street level, from the Marvel Knights end of things at all. Marvel Knights, I should say.
All right. Staying on the Marvel subject, Endgame being re-released, extended footage, deleted scenes. Is it a cash grab?
7 minutes of extra footage and some and something at the end.
Actually, there's misconstruing rumors. Supposedly, all it is an extra post-credit scene, no added footage, no director's cut.
Yeah, so that's even.
So
I do think it's a cash grab. I think they're trying to beat Avatar for sure.
You exactly. You know what it is? It's a F you, Cameron. We're coming after you to be the most popular movie ever.
And I guarantee you. It worked. There's 33 people at work that are going to see it.
Yeah.
Just to see that.
And it's funny that you're re-releasing a movie. You're re-releasing a movie that's already still out. Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
It's really a re-release though.
Well, are they doing it before the Blu-ray release and stuff like? I mean, that is bizarre.
It's coming out like within the next couple of weeks, I think.
On Blu-ray, really?
No. I mean, in the
footage
theater. Yeah, I think it's coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Because I know, like, my boss is going to see it tonight.
The one with the post-credit scene?
I don't. Probably not.
Oh.
Maybe they think it is.
That
would be pretty.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be pretty funny if people think it is.
They wouldn't know any different. So.
if I was Cameron, I'd be pissed.
Oh yeah, it's like they're gunning for him. I mean, it's definite.
I was never a big fan of Avatar in the first place, but
I think I only watched it once too.
I went to the theater to see it, and I really don't remember it.
That's me. I just remember blue, cool-looking people things.
Yeah, I just
like the guy. Wasn't that the one where he was in the ship and he went in. They made an avatar of him or something to go on this plane. Yeah. I don't even really remember.
Well, that's why they call it Avatar, right? Yeah.
But there's so many movies that are the same as other movies. I don't know.
It's another version of Aliens. You got the bad Marines going on the planet, and they're gonna kill people and kill the aliens, and whatever.
These are way prettier, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think wasn't that the first 3D technology too for that movie? That's why it was so
cool looking. Yeah.
It was
for the time it came out and.
When they were flying, and I remember I saw it in 3D, and when they were flying like the helicopters and all kinds of stuff like that, it was like watching Up, because the 3D and Up like really freaked me out with the height. So the same thing happened with Avatar, but now I'm trying to remember it, and I really can't.
There's a little bits and pieces
of
things that I could care less.
Fragments.
I think that's what it is. I just can care less about it.
But
Is
on
it
a
because
side note,
there's
my first 3D movie was one of the Madagascar ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
What the first 3D movie that I saw?
And then that was the How to Train Your Dragon, one of those.
DW, you're gonna remember this. Adventures in the Forbidden Zone: The Destruction of Jared Sin.
Oh my God.
That is the longest name I have ever heard for anything.
That was the name of the movie. And that was the name of the movie. And believe it or not, you know who made her acting debut in that movie?
Me.
No, not you. Molly Ringwald. She was like yes, she was the little girl that was like out in the Forbidden Zone, and the guy found her.
That's real 3D with your glasses.
I was gonna say, is that like the blue and the red 3D?
Yes, that's what it was.
Oh my God.
Because it was right after that I went to go see Jaws 3D, and it was the glasses were paper glasses.
They were the paper too. Like
I am dating myself here. They were paper glasses, and one was red and one was blue, and oh my Lord, it was the coolest thing in the world as a kid. But that was the name of the movie, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone: the Destruction of Jared Sin. I can only remember bits and pieces of the film, but it was, and Molly Ringwald's debut. But it was, the 3D was pretty cool. It was.
I don't remember what my first one was. I think it might have been like one of the Jasons or the Freddys when they put them out. Maybe I know it was some horror movie that had 3D in it.
That would have been Friday the 13th Part 3. That was 3D. I don't remember Freddy ever being in 3D.
It could be. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge horror fan. Yeah, it's the dreams. I can never stay awake.
The Dream Police. Oh,
when I was in like 5th grade, my 5th grade crush was Freddy Krueger.
You said that before. Oh,
I swear.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Wow. Yeah, that definitely explains a lot.
So all you Freddy cosplayers, no, I'm just kidding.
Wow, wow. I'll come over and show you my glove.
Wow. I mean, you guys.
Because there was Edward Scissorhands too. I think it was something with the sharp hands. I don't know.
I'm not going to touch that at all.
Neither am I. Let's move on to another subject very, very quickly. Jamie, what's new in the video game world? Anything hot coming out? Do you know?
No, actually, it's kind of been dead. I mean, there's games coming out, but nothing that really piques my interest. I did start playing Bendy and the Ink Machine a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And it was good. I love the animation in it. It's got this cool, like, old school Mickey Mouse cartoon type of animation. And it's just this brownish, antique-y looking. It's really creepy, but totally lost interest because you're just going at this point in the game. You go from one floor to the other floor to the other floor, and you're just collecting things. And I'm so bored with it. I went back to Red Dead.
Really?
Well, yeah. Which sucked because I had like the reviews for that game are amazing, but it's just not puzzly enough to kind of keep me, really into it.
So that's what you prefer, the puzzle games, or do you prefer like?
No, it depends. Like I love Zelda, all the Zelda games. I've always been a huge Zelda fan, and I like how a lot of them kind of have that. They're not totally free roam, but they have that, I think it was the Ocarina of Time. You had the horse and you could just ride around. And Twilight Princess I loved because it was the same. It was a huge open world, and you could play the game in story mode, and then you can go back and there's all these puzzles throughout the game, that unlock other things. And Red Dead, in a sense, is like that. Right. That's just a huge free roam. Now I'm playing it online because I beat the story, and there's so much to do. And every week they're putting out new modes and whatnot, and I just like stuff that's kind of challenging, but at the same time, if I don't really want to play a story, I can just go around and shoot things and lasso buffalo and
Do you buy are you a fan of when they put out the expansion packs and buy them online? Do you ever do anything like that?
Yeah, it depends on the games. Like for the BioShock series, I love that whole series, and I did that like with Infinite. I have the Game Pass for that actually, so I get all the downloadable content. And I think I did that for, I believe it was Dishonored. Red Dead I have it for. So depends on the games.
If you had the PS4, you would love Days Gone. That is such a great movie.
Weird game. It's a game, not a movie. Must be like watching a movie. That's how I felt with Red Dead. But zombie games. I love zombies. I cannot get into any zombie games at all.
Resident Evil, you can't?
No, Resident Evil I don't count because that was pre this zombie craze phase thing. Like I love Resident Evil. I didn't play the new re-release that they just put out.
Resident Evil 2. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't bought that and played that yet. But I do have all of them for actually have them for GameCube, which now I play those games on the Wii upstairs.
Yep.
So, it would be cool. And I did get the new one that came out for Xbox a while back, and I beat that one pretty quick. That was a while back, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. It was a while ago. I'm picky with my game.
Days Gone is a mixture of Sons of Anarchy with Red Dead and Resident Evil mixed into it, because you're a biker.
Yeah.
And actually it has a lot of Last of Us 2 in it as well. So you could put Last of Us 2, Sons of Anarchy, Resident Evil with Red Dead, throw it all together, and you got Days Gone. I like it. I play it a lot. You build up your motorcycle instead of your horse. You go to different.
I think I would like it if it was a horse. I don't know. I seem to really like games where you ride horses. I don't know why.
Well, that's Last of Us. The Last of Us. I mean, I've been waiting.
And a lot of people told me I should play that, and I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, that could be one. It's fantastic. I've been waiting for 3 years for Last of Us 2 to come out. It's delayed, and
Red Dead 2, the same thing.
Yeah, and people at E3 last week was, oh my god, they just released more footage of it. Just waiting.
It's worth it, though. When a game is that good, like that was Red Dead. They kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Even Dex says so. He watches me play, but the game came out and and I had high expectations for it, and it exceeded those tenfold. So it was worth the extra time that they put into it to really make that story perfect and make the scenery perfect and put everything together. I never cried so hard at the end of a game in my life. Like 45 minutes of straight tears. I kid you not. 45 minutes. My kid was sitting there next to me. He's like, Mom. And they're just like, whoosh. That thing grabs you. And it's just, even the guys that I know that have played it, they're like, I cried like a baby. I totally, you can't.
What kind of video game is this?
I haven't. To be honest with you,
it's a Western, but holy moly!
I haven't finished. I haven't turned on my Xbox One in a while. I mean, you haven't seen me logged in at all, have you, Jamie?
No, I haven't even played mine since last week. So
no, I haven't played mine in months. I mean, I probably have like 4 updates to do. I stopped playing the game because Resident Evil came out, and I ended up buying that for the PS4. And then after I beat Resident Evil,
you were playing that motorcycle zombie game.
Yeah, the motorcycle zombie game. That and that no. Dead Space 3 was re-released for the Xbox.
Yeah.
And I was playing that.
Because I remember you telling me there was a couple things that scared you. You jumped and.
Yeah, well, it was Resident Evil 2, DW. I'll tell. See now,
he is.
Gus jumping on top of DW right now for those listening. When I was playing the remastered Resident Evil 2. The PS4 is in mine and Rose's bedroom. So I'm sitting there on the bed. I'm laying down. I'm playing it. My cat, Sophie, jumped on my back at the same time a zombie comes out of a hallway. So I jumped. I scream. Rose laughs. And that... No, you're not listening.
I gotta get the opportunities here when
Yes,
he's on.
those of you listening, you just heard me stop dead. It's because DW is taking selfies with Gus the cat.
Hey, it is National Selfie Day, and I already posted mine with Nero, so it's only fitting that he gets his with Gus.
Right.
All right.
Interject with the video games because I'm not really much of a video gamer. I
was just gonna ask you if you had any consoles in the house.
I have a PS3 that I have my Netflix and Amazon Prime on. It's pretty much the last video game I bought was Justice League Unlimited.
What?
Yeah.
Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah. Or not Unlimited. What's it called? Oh, Injustice. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
I got the cartoon stuck in my head because I was watching that earlier today.
Lou was like, "Wait, I don't have this game. What is
Exactly.
I must
Exactly.
have it."
That's what it was. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Justice League
You got him all
Injustices.
excited.
I did.
Yeah,
I got very excited.
Welcome back to the Angrygeeks show. Lewis, thank you for the cue. I love right in the way of the camera there. Everybody's gonna that was good. Oh my god, it's too funny. So on the last part, I wanted to do one more thing. Now if people listen to the Angrygeeks at the panels, you guys will know that they do like their top fives, or they'll do some trivia or whatnot. Which we stole at one. We stole the topic, or we stole the idea at Hudson Valley. But I want to know, you guys. We've been talking movies so much, but so I'm going to open it up to this is going to be movies or TV or any video game. What would you want is your two properties, two intellectual properties, two IPs to mash up in the universe for a movie? Now, you can use your video game properties, you can use TV properties, you can use, don't say Marvel DC because that's too easy. But what would you want to do with two of the IPs that are out there that you would want to see come together? Do you want me to start so I can give you a hint on what I'm trying to talk about?
No, I know what you're talking about. I said it once before. I would like to see the A-Team and the Expendables.
The old men against the old men.
Yeah,
cool. That would be kind of.
Yeah, the A-Team and the Expendables, and one other one I would like to see. Michael Weston from Burn Notice.
Yeah. Oh, I love him.
Yep, go up against James Bond.
I'm gonna go with Bond. He's got the gadgets. He gets the ladies.
Yeah, but Michael Weston's a badass, and
he's badass. He's badass.
He can make something out of anything. So that's what I'm going to say. Those are my two: the A-Team and the Expendables.
I'm thinking of mine still.
Okay, I'll go. I have two. Fast and Furious.
Okay.
And Transformers.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
How cool!
Yeah.
That would be kind of neat.
That
I mean,
would
there's
be
already
cool.
enough There's enough Michael Bay explosions already as it is anyway in both these movies. So, but I think that would be kind of neat to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
The other one has been in the talks through IDW properties years ago, but it just kind of seemed to disappear. And where they were going to bring back, it looks like they were going to try to do ROM because now that's an open property, but they were going to do Transformers with G.I. Joe.
Yep.
That was part of the Hasbro universe, but it is part of IDW. It was also Micronauts were going to come back into play, and one other one. But the Transformers G.I. Joe, I don't think I'd be really into, even though they had it in the comic book, because the first Transformers had military guys, and it was all about them. So I don't see that. But the Transformers Fast and Furious would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be the interaction between the characters. Yeah, that would be cool. All right,
Jamie?
Spawn of Satan, what do you got?
I don't know. I'm like, oh goodness, my head's going a million miles an hour right now because it could be video games, it could be movies, it could be.
Yeah, it could be whatever. I mean,
Oh
like
my
you
God.
pick Grand Theft Auto with the red what is it, the red
Red Dead.
Dex
Dead.
said no to that one. Dex
What's that?
is not a Grand Theft Auto fan.
No.
He's
No.
like, no, he didn't like that. I think, oh man, this is hard for me. I would really like to see like the beginning BioShock, like where they were in Rapture underwater with these splicers, because Infinite was totally different, and those splicers were pretty creepy. Like something like that, and Resident Evil coming together would
That'd be kind of
probably scare the crap out of me. Bad.
Okay.
And I like that, to be scared from games.
Right.
Only because you're combining, I don't even want to think about it, actually. Because those spider splicers, I don't know if you played the original BioShock, but there was these spider splicers, which are people that, like, the premise is that you're in this underwater society where these rich people went, and they started having all these surgeries that, and they can crawl on the ceiling, and they look like really spidery, and blah. So those, and then those zombies. I do not like spiders. No. That is my. Yeah, that's my.
But you had a crush on Freddy Krueger. I don't get it.
He's not a spider.
He's burnt alive in a child molester.
Yeah.
But
that is bizarre.
I wanted to get shot through the hand too. So
And with that, that's all we have for this week's episode of the Angry Geeks. I'm Lewis Perry. That is the one and only DW, and that's the spawn of Satan, ladies and gentlemen. If we're at a convention, make sure you stop by and say hi, grab a picture, grab a selfie. We thank you for your support, and you know what? We'll see you next week.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation, found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.